Welcome to Digging Simulator 3000, where all we do is dig every day, 24 hours, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. I'm going crazy. We have dug so much. Well, hello everyone, and welcome back to ZomBo Land Gaming. I am, in fact, the ZomBo Skater, and we're back for some more Foundry action. I'm loving this game. I am loving this game with the exception of digging. Good lord, look at this. Let's look at my backpack. I have dug a tiny little bit. So much so that I've run out of materials to make the things that I wanted to make. So what we've had to do here in preparation for today's events and stuff and things is we needed another thing of xenoferrite. And if we look at our map, here is our current basey area, which I will show you the little progress we made in between episodes right here. But the closest xenoferrite, and look at these are unreachable for whatever reason. I don't know why they put these on the map that are unreachable. It just seems like, why don't you get rid of them? But I kind of went around the area and I found some more technum ore and whatnot, and more ignium ore. And there is a xenoferrite over here, but that looks like it's actually farther away than this one. And we do have another technum ore if we need it. So I have dug, look at this, I have dug a tunnel all the way over to here and built this little area. So we need to get back to base, offload all of this dirt and everything. And look at this area. Look how cool. You know, let's get up here. Look how cool this area looks. I love these trees with the little mushrooms and stuff. But yes, we have made a very long tunnel. And in today's episode, we're going to finally get on to automating some assemblerification of stuff and things, namely the tier 1 items. And look at this. Watch when I go around the corner. Look how far away that light is. We're 672 meters away from base. Okay, I'm going to get back to base. We'll do a little quick update on what's at base. And then I'm going to show you a little picture of the plans for today and my thoughts of why we're going to do the plan the way we're going to do the plan. I really hope that eventually we get some sort of like speed boost or some jetpack or something, because that took me like almost 2 minutes to walk there. Look at our little stupid tunnel over there. So yes, so here is our current base. I think last episode we had one of these xenoferrite plate setups made. We had started working on getting our power set up, and then we did not have this over here. So now I have the exact same setup for the technum rods. So we've got 4 storage units of technum rods going on. And then what you see over here is a little assembler setup I made just because I did not want to have to sit here and craft all of the science packs by hand. So just like I said, I went through all of the tier 1 stuff and things. So now we have increased inventory, increased drilling speed, our character improvements, which gave us 5 more inventory slots. We've unlocked Science Pack 2, the Assembler, and then we've got some decor, containers, the level 1 balancers, which are key to a lot of the things we're going to be working on today. Some lights, which will be very nice. We can scan for the ignium and the burner generator, which you already saw me build in last episode. The loader 2s, doors, signs, stairs, railings, and ladders. So today's goal is we need to get all of this tier 2 sciencey stuff made up. Specifically, I want to get these conveyor 2s, because that new xenoferrite ore, I would have to run 4 lines of conveyor 1s all the way over here. So we want to push conveyor 2 first of all. That way we can actually get some good, easier conveyor lines coming in. So, alright, so what I have set up here is we're taking the xenoferrite plates with an output and an input to an assembler, and these 2 assemblers here are making machinery parts, which are just 3 xenoferrite plates. I think makes 1 or 2 machinery parts. And then we're just bringing both of those outputs down here into 2 assemblers that are making the science level 1, which also requires the technum rods. So I've just got 2 things of technum rods coming on in here to both of these. Just that way I had some automated sciencey project stuff, and I'm just pushing that straight into the research. All of this is going to be going away because we're going to be setting it up in today's episode, which is going to be off in this direction. Thankfully, we have this water right out here so we can build our platform out that way and not have to worry about digging. Oh, God. But let's go ahead and take a look at what BB has to say. Hey, BB. Oh, lights? Yeah, okay.
Are you feeling a little spooked when it's dark?
I sure am.
No worries, BB. We can create some light poles to brighten up our nights.
Hell yeah. So I'm assuming he just wants me to make some light poles. I also put one of these storage units down. Okay, let's go ahead and take these out, put those in, take these out, put those in. Oh, God. Our inventory is a disastrous mess of stuff and things. Oh, no, don't take that out. Put that back in. Oh, my goodness. Put that back where, or so help me. Oh my God, we're not gonna have enough space for all of this stuff, are we? I don't need the paint roller. Boom, boom, boom. Oh my goodness. We have filled up that entire thing. Good gravy. So we need to make another one. So see, that is just these containers right here. And I think I put those on the hotbar down here. Yes, right here. And these, I think, actually will stack one on top of each other, potentially. Can I maybe get up here and get a... Yes, look at that. Perfect. Perfection. And these are nice and big. Boom, boom, boom. Oh, yes. Okay, sweet relief. We have good gravy. We have a lot of building material to build up our own little land, including a whole bunch of stuff over here. Okay, so what we need to do is I need to get researching conveyor 2 so I can get that over there. I need to get some 16 more miners set up. Yes. That is the goal. Also, they wanted us to make some lights. Where are the lights at? In decor? Let's just make one because I think that's all he really cares about making, right? Is that all you care about, BB? What is this? Build 5 light poles. No, he wants me to build 5. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Are you feeling a little spooked when it's dark?
You've already told me this, Carl.
We can create some light poles to brighten up our nights.
We'll put them here. Get out of my way, Carl. Okay, so let's see. Where do we want to put these light poles? Let's put one, right here, because we've got a little spot shade right here. Rotation. Ooh, fancy lights. And we can put one right here. And right here. And yeah, right here. Bam. Look at that. Oh, look at that. That looks cool. I like it. Do we have a space right? Yeah, there we go. All right, 5 light poles. That means BB should be ready for us to turn in our quest. And BB, what's up, buddy? Here's some lights.
Oh yes, you've illuminated my perspective.
Oh, I have
Things
definitely
are looking
illuminated your
exceptionally
perspective.
bright around here.
None of our drones are working because everything's backed up. Okay, so that is that. Okay, all right, so now I need to go off and let's see. What do we need for science packs 2? Let's go ahead and start the research. Research, conveyor 2s. Get that going. And we need 50 science pack 2s. That's redonkulous. So science pack 2s are going to require, a whole lot of conveyors and a whole lot of building blocks. So let's just see. Boom, 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 boom. I'm just going to make all these by hand just so we can get it going. So while that's going up, I'm going to also start crafting up all my miners and, and work my belt all the way over here. And then we're going to have to make another smelting array, which I guess I'll just put it right here. So I need to get that built up. And then I need to figure out my design for what we're going to do out this direction, which, while I'm crafting everything up, here's the picture of the flow chart. So, Factorio is basically what this game is, essentially, right? It's like Factorio in a Tectonica world. So, with Factorio, everything is with throughput. So, basically, as long as we can keep items on a conveyor belt and the conveyor belt maxed out, you don't have to have multiple belts going into something. You can just keep pushing items down that belt and keep that belt filled up, which is what we're going to basically do. And so we're going to have all these arrays, and looking at my flow chart, we're going to have 44 assemblers, 28 storage units, 1 research center, and we're going to have all of these stuff and things. Basically, we're going to have the xenoferrite plates, the technum rods, machinery parts, wire, going in to make electronic components, and then building blocks. I think let's look at our craftables. We're going to make building blocks, conveyor 1s, slope 1s, balancer 1s, loader 1s, loader 2s, assemblers, and then the logistic containers. That's what I'm going to plan on making now. And then, of course, machinery parts, wire, electronic components, and then Science Pack 1 and Science Pack 2. We're only going to have one assembler for Science Pack 1 and Science Pack 2 for the time being, just so we can get it going. But the way I plan on this, based on, you can see the flow chart right here, is that we'll be able to just keep adding left or right, whichever way I decide to have them offshoot from our bus. We'll be able to just keep adding to that portion of the bus and just add more loaders and conveyors as needed. So this should be a fairly modular design. It's not going to be the most efficient or clean, and it's going to be just basically straight out into the water in a long line. And we'll have our storage unit out there, or maybe we'll somehow worm our storage back over here. I don't know how we're going to do that. Maybe what we'll do is this first set of assemblers and everything, the storage unit will be like our new central hub, and we'll move everything there and then have everything coming in from the north, south, east, and west of that central point. I don't know. All right. Okay. Yes. Off to research. Off to make miners. Off to make conveyors. Yes. Okay. All right. So we're done with the conveyor 2, which also gave us the slopes for conveyor 2, which is great because I just realized something. So these balancer 1s, we're going to have these merging inputs from 2 other balancers coming into here. So we're going to have 4 lines of 160 that are going to be coming out of just 1 line each. But technically that means that would be 320. So these balancers right here would only be outputting 160 on either side of this. So we need to go in and do balancer 2 research, which conveniently is unlocked from conveyor 2 research. So we're going to need to get this going, which means I need to make another 50 science 2 by hand. But at least now we can get the vast majority of this done. I've got the platform set up for all of the smelteration and the storage. Basically another copy of this right here. And then we can start laying down these conveyor 2s all the way down to here. So I need to get working on that. I've got all the miners placed down over there, but that's when I realized, oh shit, I don't have conveyor 2 slopes, and I don't have any conveyor 2 belts yet. So I am going to start crafting those up. The conveyor 2 belts require 2 conveyor 1 belts, 2 machinery parts, and 2 electronic components. So they are quite pricey indeed, and currently I can only make 69. Nice. I'm a child. So we need to get a whole bunch of those made up, but I'm going to try and make all these before I make the science packs, just that way I can get the science packs going and then go off and about and make the conveyors. But yeah, I'm about to be a busy bee. Yay! Balancers level 2. All right, that means we can fully do everything we need to do from that side. Look at that moon. That moon is so cool. Oh, speaking of which, our ship is totally broken apart. All right, so let me see. What have I gotten done so far? I've gotten one side of this new smelter array done, and I'm waiting on conveyors for this side, and then we can get everything moved over. And I had to do like a little bit of a weird thing here. So this is going to be one line coming in, breaking up into 2, and then the other line. Oh, man, this has been so much work. Just waiting on the damn research is crazy. But oh, my goodness, look at this. They have taken out a chunk of this rock right here. Oh, man, I'm not looking forward to having to go find another xenoferrite. Let's see, what can we start researching in the meantime? It'd be nice to have a little bit of an inventory slot. I'm not worried about explosives. Doors, walkways, nah. Basic steel making. Yes, that would be cool. You know what? I think we're just going to go right over here and just say start research. And not that I have any Science Pack 2s going on, but you know what? Might as well get it going. All right, continuing the upgrades to our base. Oh, man, so a lot has gone on. I've been basically just sitting here waiting for these stupid things to craft up. I had to craft up like 1,800 of these just to get all the way from here all the way up. So yes, we now have these coming on in. They're branching out into both of our smelter arrays, which is freaking fantastic. And then now I have them coming out here. So we've got all 4 of these smelter arrays are now coming out on these conveyor 2 lines, and then getting basically, if you've ever played Factorio or Shapes.io, this little setup right here is something that is used a ridiculous amount. And I actually have a video on balancing, like 1 to 1, 1 to 2, 1 to 3, all the way up to, I think I went to like 6 to 2 or something like that. But this right here is fantastic. Basically what's happening is we're taking all 4 lines here. So these 2 are getting mixed together. By the way, I just now noticed this. We can toggle priorities. That is freaking gonna be awesome. So like if we want to say, hey, make sure you're keeping it on the main line and not sending it to the right. Oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. I built all of these and just now saw that. So yes, these 2 lines are getting mixed here. These 2 lines are getting mixed here. And now one side's output from either one of these is getting mixed here. And the other 2 are then mixing inside here. And then what's essentially happening is I'm sending the outputs of these up and over to get rebalanced back in again. And then these 2 are getting balanced. So it's basically just kind of like a double set of balancing just to guarantee that all 4 of these lines, regardless of which 4 of these lines are lagging a little bit behind, they'll all be nice and even. And then a 2 to 2 is just nice and simple. We've only got 2 lines coming from our technum rods, so it's literally just these 2 going in here to balance out. And then we're just bringing them all up just to kind of keep everything central. And so I think this is the start of our platform. And let's bring up that image again of kind of what my idea here is. Like, I know there's probably going to be a much more efficient, better, smaller, compact way to do what we're about to do, but I think this is going to be nice. We're just going to worry about throughput, and we're going to give ourselves space to expand if we want more assemblers. So in the drawing, what you see is down at the bottom, we're starting off with just the xenoferrite plates and the technum rods. The technum rods are in red, the xenoferrite plates are in the blue, and they're just coming straight up. And so they're going straight up to storage units, which are there on the top, which are going to be, you know, to the east of us in the game. And then, essentially, whenever we need something, we're just going to offshoot off, rebalance the lines again, but take a line off to go over to, essentially, the north, in our case, to an assembler that's going to make a certain product, and then that product is going to get added to the bus line that's going to go all the way out to the storage at the end. I hope that makes sense. But yes, so that's what essentially I'm about to go do now. I'm just kind of crafting things up in the background as we need the 44 assemblers and all these loaders and everything else that we're going to need. So I'm going to get crafting up and get all that made. Oh, by the way, I also got rid of the Science-y packs right here. As 1, we're not using them, and 2, we're going to be having our research over here now. So I'm going to get to crafting. Oh boy, I got a whole lot of work to go, and I will catch up with you guys when we have something. It's going to be so nice to not have to craft by hand, because good lord, the crafting by hand is time-consuming. Well, alright. A heck of a lot of progress has been made, including putting lights everywhere. I need to make a little path over there and move that, but oh, as you can see, we have some research that is actually being done as we speak. And here we go. Let's take a look at this. I've even added some stairs to make this easier. We've already kind of explained the little 4 to 4 balancer, but as I've come around, I've realized, okay, I've offshot enough times that maybe I should go from a 4 to a 3 balancer, and I'm not even gonna begin to explain the mathification of how this is all working. Just know that this works in Factorio. So this is a 4 to 3 balancer. Yeah, it's a mess. And then eventually we're gonna go to a 4 to a 2 balancer right down over here, which you would think that would just be, oh, actually, sorry, it's a 3 to a 2. 3, 2, and then this is like a little bit of a feedback loop, basically, and then coming in, and then we have this all just going to a storage unit. So here is how I have done things. Let me get all the way. Why are you there? You do not belong. Okay. Let's get all the way back to the very, very beginning here. So what I've kind of done is I've started off with the components that you're going to need, and then moved into these kind of in order from here, working their way down to the logistics container, and then finally the science. And so right here we have machinery parts, and you need a hell of a lot of machinery parts. So I basically have 2 lines coming off of here, And I'm just doing a balancer, another 4 to 4 balancer after I've taken these 2 lines off. But we're just offshooting them over here. This is merging in, so that way anything spare from coming down this line will merge with this line, just to keep it fully fed, because, oh my goodness, I actually had to add, I think there's 14 of these assemblers making machinery parts, and then they're all just coming out of here, and it does require 2 belts, so I've kind of just broken it up into 2 belts, and then we're coming off. And that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm leaving 2 space in between each new portion of the bus. So then our next line is making wire. We have 5 of these making wire, and wire is only used so far in making electronic components. So instead of coming out to a bus, I just have this worming their way back around into all of these making electronic components, which also requires the technum rods. And I think I have 9 of the electronic components being made. So here they are outputting. And then we've got the base building blocks, which I really need to add another one of these so I can add some more Science 2 research, which I'll do that here in a little bit. I'm just going to add it right into this space because of the way we've decided to make this all modular. So then here comes our building blocks out that way. And then we've got our conveyors, and I've got 1, 2, I think 6 conveyors, because there's a lot of stuff requiring conveyors. As you can see, I've split this out immediately to come back in to make the slopes, and once again immediately coming back out to make the balancers. And then we've got our these ones all require electronic components, machinery parts, and xenoferrite plates. So I've just got these all kind of in a row. What I can do is I can always just continue out that way if I want to add more loaders. The loader 2, the assemblers, and the first logistic containers right here. I can just kind of add them off that way as needed. And then finally, the last building parts are the Science and Science 2. And I've actually done 2 of each of these out the back with a little storage just in case we kind of get an overflow condition, which we're probably not. And then I've got a whole bunch more of the research facilities. I think we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah, 7 of them sitting over here. Technically 8 if you add the one that's over there. And I believe these give a little buff. Does it show us right here? Oh god, I can't get this stupid. There we go. Just get too close. Total research servers 8, max speed 800%, active research servers 2. So there's only 2 active, so we're only getting 200% on our speed for our research, but that is pretty good. So as we slowly start to back up here, like what I'll probably do is I'll probably just AFK and let these fill up without actually researching anything, just so that way we can kind of get our research going. And then what we'll do is we'll have the research level 3 come in from the back side over here, so that way we can just keep all of our research right here and not have to add any you know, more weird doobly bobblies that way. Wow, you know what, this is the first time I've actually looked like off in the distance. I really like the way the terrain is done. Wowie. But yes, it looks like it's all in working order. We have all of our storage out here, and what I can do for here, and I thought about this, I was thinking, should I do it like I did my smelters, or should I do something different? But what I can do is I can just daisy chain off the back this way. I can just put a little Gizm Grabsms out here with another Gizm Grabsms loader going into another storage unit, so it'll just feed one into the other storage unit. It'll be a little silly, but it will work. So I think this turned out pretty good for our very first iteration of trying to figure out how in the hell we want to lay out our factory. So yeah. Speaking of which, research. Let's go see what we can do now with our research interface. Let me see. So we just gained another 10. We gained 10 inventory slots. Hell yeah. Mining speed. Let's go. Let's take a look at our backpack now. Oh, look at that. So nice. So nice having all that inventory space. Hail to the yeah. So speaking of which, why did I leave there? I needed to go over here and see what's in here. So I guess in my off time, this is just mining, drilling, character speed. We're just gonna make our crafting a little bit faster. This will be a bigger logistic container. Instead of it being just 2, it'll be 4. It's a 4x2 logistics container. which obviously holds a hell of a lot more, but also offers us more outputs and inputs from it, which will be great. So I will research that. And then we've just got lights, which these ones are wall and ceiling lights. That'll be nice. And some interior walls and struts. Explosives, which is also going to make mining so much better and easier. And then we've got some office equipment. We're definitely going to need to make a base sometime soon. And then basic steel making. So this is what we're going to get into in next episode. I'll research it in between episodes, but this is going to be great. The crusher is going to enable us to get so much more xenoferrite and technum rods out of... Oh, and it's what you need to actually make the xenoferrite ignium ore blend, but that'll also give us more xeno plates and rods for the xenoferrite and technum rods we're getting, so it'll last a lot longer. Then, of course, the advanced machinery parts are just going to be used for the newer stuff, same with steel beams. Ooh, walkways. Use walkways to easily reach certain parts. Oh, that'll be cool. So that'll be good for decoration stuff. Once again, doors for decoration. So I'll do all of that in our off time. And I believe, yes, see, all of this is going to be requiring science 2 or 3. So, no, I didn't mean to pause that. Go. Continue researching. But yeah, so I'll do all that research off camera, as well as just, I'll probably go out and about, find some more of all of the different resource nodes and kind of get them set up and brought over here, just so that way we're not going to be worried about missing out on, you know, hey, we've drained our resources. Which, speaking of which, I added 4 more little duties down here, along with 4 more burners, because we were really straining our system. But they are tearing this up down here. Oh, and yeah, speaking of which, stairs. But yes, wow, we have gotten a crap ton accomplished. It is ridiculous how much we've got accomplished this episode, but it's going to be so nice not having to craft all this stuff up. Also, in between episodes, I guess, because we already have these level 2s, I'm going to get set up the level 2 stuff and things in the little system here, and I might as well just go ahead and get pretty much everything auto crafting, right? I mean, I might as well just get all of this stuff. Oh, speaking of which, that brings up a point of something I missed out on all the way here at the end. So these storage containers, you don't have to have them. I really need to make walkways. These storage containers, you don't have to just have them set. Like, say I want to guarantee that I have extra parts going to my factories. I can come in here and hit these pluses and minuses, and this will lock the slots in the containers. So basically, once I've gotten 40 of these logistic containers, now my logistic container over here is not going to be requiring any material going into it. So now these are going to be able to feed into the other 3 here as priority, and I'm not going to be waiting on stuff like that. So that's one way that we can guarantee that we can keep a backlog of stuff on our belts. But yeah. So that was one last thing. Oh, and did I mention that I set the priority? So every time I offshoot, I set the priority to the belt that's going to the assemblers, and that way whatever's left over will then move on as it goes. So that way everything going to the storage unit here is like, if there's extra, go to the storage unit. If not, definitely keep making the components. Because really I'm not needing the plates or the technum rods or the machinery parts or the electronic components, because those are all things that are used to build all the rest of this. So if I have extras, who cares? Whatever. It's just nice that we do have extras. Oh, and look at the lights. I love the lights. We got so many lights now we can sort of see at nighttime. There's still some dark spots, dark and scary. Oh god, I'm going a little bit cuckoo and crazy. This has not been but a few minutes for you guys. It has been about 5 hours probably for me, because handcrafting material is miserable. Jesus, I've had to handcraft all of these conveyors and blocks and everything. It's just been ugh. So yes. Anyway, guys, on that note, I am out of here. I hope you thoroughly enjoyed this as much as I have thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little bit about ways that you can, you know, balance your belts, and just a possible idea of, like, you know, I'm doing this Factorio style. I've seen other people do more satisfactory style. Right now, efficiency is not a big deal in this game. I don't know if maybe eventually it's going to become a input to output kind of thing, whereas I'm just like, hey, put it on a belt and let's go. Make it modular where we can keep expanding out as we find we need more and more of each kind of component, because we can always just keep adding to these belts right here and just let it go. Okay, all right, out of here. Definitely. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe, comment. Definitely comment any tips and tricks and share with the Foundry. And I shall see you guys, big planet, in the next episode. Ta-ta for now. Bye.